I wanted to make a quick video for my Algebra 1 class here from section 7.2 of our book entitled Factoring by Grouping. Remember when we talked in class today, factoring by grouping, we got to make sure that our polynomial has 4 terms. And if we notice right here in our first example, we've got 4 terms right here. We've got the first, second term, third term, and then a fourth term right there. And the first thing we want to do is draw a set of parentheses around the first set of terms, and we're going to factor each set separately. So 12x cubed minus 9x squared, and I know that our greatest common factor of 12 and 9 is going to be 3, and then between x cubed and x squared I try to find the smallest degree, so I could take out a 3x squared. And what do I have left over? If I take out a 3x squared for 12x cubed, that means I'm going to have a 4x. And if I just check my head by distributing, 3x squared times 4x is 12x cubed. And then minus 3, because 3x squared times 3, or negative 3, is going to be negative 9x squared. So I factored that first set, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to factor this set here, 20 and 15. Well, I know that 5 is my greatest common factor. They both do not include, or one includes an x, one does not, so therefore I can't take out an x. So I'm going to have 4x minus 3 left over. Now, if everything is set correctly, I know that this term and this term, if I factor correctly by grouping, have to be the same. And those will be my one factor for my 4x minus 3. And then what I have left over, right here with the 3x squared and the plus 5, those combined will give me my other factor of 3x squared plus 5. I can always double check my answer by foiling this back out, and I'll get my original answer there. So let's look at another one. Here I've got x cubed plus 3x squared plus 5x plus 15. So again, I'll draw parentheses around the first set. I look at this set. All right, well, 1 and 3, so there's not a greatest common factor here for 1 and 3, so I'm just going to leave that alone. And then between x cubed and x squared, I can take out an x squared, which will leave me with an x plus 3. And then between the 5x plus 15, I could take out a 5. And I'm left with x plus 3 again. And again, just so I know I'm doing this right, this factor and this factor have to be the same. So my final answer, I've got the x squared and the 5, so I'm going to have x squared plus 5, and then my other factor of x plus 3. So there's my factored form there. Continuing on, I have this polynomial. Again, I've got 4 terms, so I know it's got to be hopefully by grouping here. So I've set of parentheses. 7 and 2. There is no greatest common factor for 7 and 2, so that's can't take out a number there. What about x cubed and x squared? Well, smallest degree, so x squared I could factor out. And I have 7x plus 2. Again, double checking. X squared times 7x, 7x cubed. X squared times 2, 2x squared. Perfect. What can I take out here? A 28x plus 8. Well, I could take out between 28 and 8, I could take out a 4. And I'll have 7x plus 2. Notice again, I've got the same factor here and the same factor here. And that's what I wanted. So I take the x squared plus 4. And again, if you forget, that comes from this term here, this term here. And then my other factor is the 7x plus 2. All right, one more example. Again, 4 terms. Let's use a different color. Let's go with this nice blue here. We're going to put parentheses around this. Parentheses around this. All right, so 2x cubed minus x squared, I could take out an x squared. What am I left with? 2x minus 1. Here, the negative 3 plus 6x. All right, well, the negative 3, I can factor out a negative 3. Let's look what happens here. If I do that, I'm going to have 1 minus 2x. Now, this is not the same. So, one of the things we have to figure out here, this does not match this. Okay, but it looks pretty close, 2x minus 1 and 1 minus 2x. The way I can work this out is I can take out, instead of me taking out a negative 3, I could take out a positive 3. If I took out a positive 3, that would be negative 1 plus 2x. Now, the order here is a little messed up, but addition, I'm allowed to flip addition here. So what I can do is I'll have x squared, 2x minus 1, plus 3, and then I could flip this of 2x minus 1. Now I have the same thing. So I have an answer of x squared plus 3 and 2x minus 1. Now, one of the things we could have done from the beginning is recognize that we're not in standard form here. I have third power, second power, and then I should have this next. So if I actually wrote this in standard form of 2x cubed minus x squared plus 6x minus 3, that would have been a lot easier by taking out an x squared and having the 2x minus 1, and taking out a 3 here and having the 2x minus 1. So because I didn't recognize right away, I was still able to work through it, but now this was a lot shorter. X squared plus 3 and 2x minus 1. So trying to write it in standard form first definitely helps. So hopefully those 4 examples help you with factoring by grouping.